Okay, so one thing that I see sometimes in our games is that we try to make pushes and we forget the range of the gun that we're actually using. If you can get the M4 or the AK, any of the more expensive rifles, that's great. And you can usually try to, take picks from here over the boxes and the back of plat and stuff like that. Or if you're on A site from long corner up to site itself. So when you're making SMG pushes versus a full rifle round buy, it's important to realize the range that the gun's good for. And, a lot of times we try to make the same exact pushes that we would with a rifle round. We try to do it with an SMG and it doesn't work. And we're trying to take on guys with rifles from even this distance, even if you're trying to do it long, it just doesn't work. And you have to remember that the gun that you're using has to be used in a different way. So if you round a corner and you see some bad guys here and they have their backs to you, don't try to light them up from here. Get as close as you can to make the weapon that you're using the most effective. I find it really great to use for here at mid doors, where you can come out, you can hit all these quick spots, you're running around these really tight corners. Wouldn't try to take anyone up here with an SMG from this distance. Especially if you get in some tight spots down here in lower tons, it's nicer to have a really fast firing SMG with a 30 or 40 round clip than trying to take the fight to them out on long, where you have to have all that range and you're really just wasting a force buy. So let's take a look at some examples on cat, in lower tons, mid door, and going into B site, and see a different way that you can play these pushes with an SMG versus a little bit slower with a rifle. Now I already heard the bad guys move up cat, so I'm going to move up behind them. Now I don't know if they're looking at me or if they're not looking at me, so I have to round the corner slowly and assess what I see. They're not looking at me, so I'm not going to fire. I'm going to move up slowly and maximize the range of the SMG that I'm using. So when you're using the SMG, you're super agile and your accuracy doesn't go down when you're at a full speed sprint. So you're able to move around, you're able to dash up and down tunnels, spin, duck, jump, and your accuracy pretty much stays pretty on target, especially if you're playing all the bad guys really, really close to you. So here I'm going to push sight. I see the bad guy. I'm going to put the box between me and him, and I'm going to continue to check the rest of the sight, and I can move right up to him really fast like that and take him out with the SMG. In this clip, I'm going to hold sight very close to tons. I'm holding B with an SMG, I want to be right up in their faces as much as possible because of the accuracy of the gun, the spray of the gun, and how fast I'm able to move once I engage the bad guy with the SMG. So that's really it for the SMG. You can see that when I'm playing with it, I stay in closer quarters, I round corners fast, I move quickly, and I'm basically changing the way I play the map based on the weapon that I have, and I'm keeping any bad guys that I might run into at a closer range than if I were using the AK or the M4. So just remember, if you have to do a force buy, don't waste the force buy by using the gun the wrong way. Use the force buy the best to your advantage by working together as a team, of course, but using the gun at the range you should be using the gun for and at the speed you should be using that gun for.